can connect with me at bostonconnect.com or 781-826-8000. Now, sit back, relax, take good notes, and let's talk real estate.
And good morning to all our South Shore neighbors. You are listening to Talk Real Estate Roundtable. My name is Melissa Wallace, and I'm joined live and in studio by the one and only Kristen Howlett.
Hello, South Shore.
Hello, South Shore and beyond.
South Shore and beyond. Oh, there's something funky going on with my microphone.
Oh, yeah, it's
got a mind of its own.
It's got a mind of its own. You might have to sit out in the hallway. So I'm just going to apologize to everybody. I have a sinus infection, so if I have to leave the room, if you're watching us on social media, you can see me just leaving Kristen at some point during the show and blow my nose somewhere so you guys don't hear it. But yeah, so Thursday I was like dying in here, and so I went to Health Express, and here we are.
Are you on anything?
Yeah, I mean, it's just the same thing. I mean, it's like 4 times a year.
Yeah.
And now, Sharon's like, you have to see an ENT. You have to see an ENT. But I'm like, but you know what? I might have to skip out on the ice cream social next year because I was outside. Every time I'm outside, it's like, I mean, we went on the boat and I was getting very congested and everything. It's like the outdoors hates me.
Yeah. Owen right now is going through bad. He just switched to. The other thing too is I know you take Allegra.
I don't anymore.
Oh yeah, because I was going to say sometimes if you switch it up.
Yeah, I did. Actually switched to just like the CVS brand, like over the counter. I don't have to ask for it, and it's helped significantly.
Yeah, I think you get immune to.
Yeah,
whatever you're taking.
Yeah, so I don't have to ask somebody to buy it for me every other time because you can only get like 30 pills or 15 pills or whatever. But yeah, so we talked about it a little bit on the show last Saturday. So Ethan and I went on vacation after he proposed, and I know I tell the story and I'm like, am I lying? But I'm not. This actually happened. And we went to Florida, and I was breathing fine. Everything was great.
Isn't that crazy?
As soon as we landed in Boston, it was like it hit me in the face.
That's crazy.
And I was so congested. We had to pull over in Hanover on the way home, and Ethan had to get his inhaler out of the trunk because I couldn't breathe.
Are you kidding me?
I was coughing so bad, couldn't breathe. He was like, what is happening? I'm like, we're back home. This is it.
Isn't that crazy?
I know. So he's like, so what do you think about moving one day?
Did you ever hear about the whole thing about local honey? You take local honey?
Yeah, I do. I mean, not often, but yeah. I don't know. You think it works?
I think people say it works. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I know I'll have to dig up. I know I ordered to do my Popeyes. I ordered local honey from somebody in Pembroke and I picked it up.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, did they used to be on McQuan Street and now they're on Valley?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. So that's where that's a lot of the local businesses around here. I know the Candy Jar sells their honey and stuff like that, but they used to live on McQuan Street.
Yep.
And then they moved to Valley Street. So
so that might be something too, even if maybe you dissolve it or just take it with like a little bit of warm water in the morning.
Full of sugar.
Yeah. That's what they say.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna have to involve a doctor at some point because this is just, it's not. And I feel bad for our listeners because every few months they're like, oh goodness, she's going through it again.
You still sound great.
Going through it.
All right. I've just shared on Facebook.
Oh, good. You have been on the show a million times, but why don't you reintroduce yourselves to all of our listeners?
Hello, South Shore. My name is Kristen Howlett. I am a full-time realtor here at Boston Connect Real Estate. I live in Bridgewater, local to Bridgewater, but I serve all the communities. There's really no place I wouldn't go. I live with my husband and my 3 adult children and my golden doodle honey. And yeah, that's about it. You can hit me up here anywhere.
Yeah. I want to start to say South Shore and beyond because I know people all over that listen to us. Somebody I know listens to us in Florida. So if you're listening, hi. We have some Rhode Island fans, it's just they're South Shore and beyond. But
what is that called when you're syndicated?
Yeah.
That like when radio
syn-
shows go syndication. What is that called? When they go everywhere?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
Tim, do you know what that is? I don't know if he does. I don't know.
Anyhow, yeah, so 617-448-4896. Kristen at bostonconnect.com. Yeah, if you have any questions, you want to just talk real estate,
Give her a chat.
Yeah, you can hit me up.
Yeah. And you can always find all of our contact information on bostonconnect.com and take a peek at that because it's a
Ooh.
brand new fabulous website
Our
that we've been
website
working on.
is amazing.
I know. I don't think anybody on their free time just goes to really. You never know. Maybe when they're looking for real estate, maybe they
Yeah.
might come. But
Bookmark it. Put it on your your favorites.
Check it out every day. There might be something new.
I'm going to start putting my radio shows. That's what I'm going to do. I have an open house I'm hosting at Coachessa today, and I'm going to try to put some of my past radio shows on there.
Oh, that's
I don't know how to
fabulous.
do it.
I can help you.
Oh, okay. Thanks.
Yeah. So, and you have a website too. So we'll tell everybody what that website is.
Oh, you might have to remind me.
Kristen Howlett.
KristenHowlett.bostonconnect.com.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So instead of just bostonconnect.com, you can go to KristenHowlett.bostonconnect.com.
One word, Kristen Howlett.
Yeah. But because Kristen is on the show, and if you've heard our shows before, you sort of have an idea of what we're going to be talking about today. So Kristen used to join me on our Tuesday night shows. Now we just do the Saturday mornings, but we used to do a Tuesday night show as well. And we introduced this segment, I don't know, I feel like almost 2 years ago at this point, of highlighting a community south of Boston. We didn't want to say South Shore because we were doing the South Coast and the Cape and the Islands and things like that. So, so sort of south of Boston, but we're calling it living local. So just highlighting a community, but also wanted to let everybody know that, you know, we don't just sell houses, we're selling communities, we're selling the lifestyle, the we want people to love where they live, and we are sort of just highlighting the great things that make this town wonderful to live in. So
And today's a good one.
Today is a good one, especially with this time of year.
And I feel like this is where, when you talk to people, especially my demographic, they're ready to sell their family homes, you know, the homes that maybe they raise their families in. And this is exactly where they want to be.
Oh, really?
9 times out of 10, this is the first thing that we hear.
All right.
And do you want to guess what it is? Drum roll.
Drum roll. It's America's hometown.
Plymouth.
Mm-hmm. We did
Plymouth,
do Plymouth before on our Tuesday show, but like I said, now that we've moved the segment on to our Saturday show and we have a little bit of a different listenership over here, you know, we want to again highlight what makes Plymouth great. And of course, we put it out there on social media, and we have a couple of responses from people of, you know, letting us know what they love so much about Plymouth, and a lot of the responses were restaurants.
Yeah. Well, it's a great place to go if you want to go to a restaurant.
It is a great place to go
because you can get in mostly anywhere.
Yeah.
Like you can go down there without a reservation and you can definitely eat somewhere.
What that says to me is that there's a lot of restaurants, just based, you know, because I've worked in restaurants for a very long time. It's, if you can, in such a great area, which is Plymouth, then there's definitely a lot of options for you. But we always kick off our towns with a little bit of history, and I know that that's your favorite part. So why don't you kick off
I want to
some
say
history?
too that Brian told me last night on the way here. He looked. I mean, on the way here,
you were coming here last night.
We were on our way home from the beach last night, and we started talking about Plymouth. And I want to say it's one of the largest towns in Massachusetts, land area. We talked about it, and it did remind me that last time we did do the show, it's true.
Oh, okay.
It is one of the largest towns. You think about it, it really is. You can get from.
I'm surprised it has one zip code, because there's so many smaller towns that have more than one zip code.
I know there's little areas, but yeah, it's that you're right.
Isn't that crazy?
I wonder why.
I don't know.
What is that?
We'll ask the zip code gods.
I know. We should ask ChatGPT. What is it? Because there's only one post office?
I don't know. No,
that couldn't be.
That can't be.
Yeah.
That would be a lot of mail going through one building.
That's a good question.
All right, kick us off with some history of Plymouth.
All right, wait, I need to put my glasses on.
Mm-hmm.
Plymouth was the site of the colony founded in 1620 by the Mayflower Pilgrims, where New England was first established. It is the oldest municipality in New England and one of the oldest in the United States. The town has served as the location of several prominent events, one of the more notable being the first Thanksgiving feast. Plymouth served as the capital of Plymouth County from its founding in 1620 until the colony's merger with the Massachusetts Bay Colony in 1691. That's a long time ago.
Yeah.
Prior to the arrival of the Pilgrims, the location of Plymouth was a village of the Wampanoag tribe called Patuxet. The region was visited twice by European settlers prior to the establishment of Plymouth Colony. Plymouth played a very important role in American colonial history. It is the final landing site of the first voyage of the Mayflower and the location of the original settlement of Plymouth Colony. Plymouth was established in 1620 by separatist Puritans who had broken away from the Church of England, believing that the church had not completed the work of the Protestant Reformation. Today, these settlers are better known as the Pilgrims, a term coined by William Bradford. The Mayflower first anchored in the harbor of Provincetown, Massachusetts on November 11, 1620. The ship was headed for the mouth of the Hudson River, but it did not go beyond Cape Cod. The Pilgrim settlers realized that they did not have a patent to settle in the region, so they signed the Mayflower Compact prior to disembarking. They explored various parts of Cape Cod and eventually sought a suitable location for a permanent settlement to the westward in Cape Cod Bay. They discovered the sheltered waters of Plymouth Harbor on December 17th. From the protected bay, they found a site for the new settlement after 3 days of surveying. Plymouth served as the capital of Plymouth Colony, which constituted of modern-day Barnstable, Bristol, and Plymouth counties.
Countries, colonies, countries, counties.
From its founding in 1620 until 1691, when the colony was merged with Massachusetts Bay Colony and other territories to form the province of Massachusetts Bay. The settlers officially disembarked on December 21st, 1620. It is traditionally said that the Pilgrims first set foot in America at the site of Plymouth Rock, though no historical evidence can prove this claim. Plymouth Rock is one of Plymouth's most famous attractions. Traditionally, the rock is said to be the disembarkation site of the Pilgrims. The first identification of Plymouth Rock as the actual landing site was made in 1741 by 94-year-old Thomas Faunce, whose father had arrived in Plymouth in 1623, 3 years after the arrival of the Mayflower. The rock is located roughly 650 feet from where the initial settlement was thought to be built.
I'm going to ask you a question.
Yeah.
The first time you ever saw Plymouth Rock, what was your thought?
Well, I was a tiny child, so I was probably
So the second
fascinated.
time you saw Plymouth Rock,
I was like, that's amazing.
different.
Yeah.
It's a lot smaller than you would think.
Mm-hmm.
It's in a little, I don't even know what it's called.
Yeah. In a little, kind of like an area where you can look down upon it. You can't jump in there.
No.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's small.
It's small.
Mm-hmm.
Some may say sometimes it's disappointing.
Lackluster.
Mm-hmm. I think I saw it for the first time, or I remember seeing it for the first time, like in my early 20s, and having a big deal, like, oh, I want to see it, like, I can't believe I've lived in this area, and I just remember going down there and being like, huh,
yeah.
And now Ethan has never seen Plymouth Rock,
like to
so
this day.
He wants
What?
to see it. And I'm like, to me, it's not a big deal. So he's just like, oh, yeah, like, I don't even know if he's ever been to Plymouth, actually, now that I think about it. Well, he's from Rhode Island. So,
Yeah.
but, of course, this summer we'll have to go down and he'll see the rock.
Well, and I do think where the rock is located is a fun little area, too. I mean, you have the Mayflower, too. You have one of my favorite places, which is the Pillory Pub.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Are they the ones that do the hot dog special?
I don't know if they do. They
Oh.
might, but they have the cute little Adirondack chairs out front, the
Yeah.
little rocking chairs you can sit up front. It's a great view. It's a great little place.
Yeah, I know at one point they had a special where you can get 2 hot dogs any way that you want them and a draft beer for like, I
Ooh.
don't know, it was something like 10
Yeah,
bucks or
they have
something.
really good margaritas.
Oh, interesting.
Mm-hmm. And our friend John Balutis is known to play there. He plays acoustic guitar.
Oh, very
Give him a
nice.
little shout out.
Woohoo.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so Plymouth Rock, it's definitely in an area you want to go around.
Yeah.
But take a peek at the rock. It's got some history to it. So
Yeah, and it's amazing. I think every summer, I probably said this last time we were on, my oldest, all during high school, worked at Captain John Boats.
yeah.
And he ended up at the little paddle boat, the I forget what they call it now. I'm 54 and things escape my mind very quickly.
I don't know.
It's right next to the Mayflower. And he used to do the sunset cruises and he
Oh,
loved it.
I did that. So a couple years ago,
The Pilgrim Bell. That's what
yeah,
the boat
maybe
is
that's
called.
yeah, maybe that's it. I did the sunset cruise. It does like the whole
Yeah.
harbor. Yeah. A couple years ago, we did it for somebody's birthday. So
Yeah.
there was like a ton of us, and we went on it. And we went to we went to dinner. What's the wharf place called?
Tavern on the Wharf.
Tavern on the Wharf. Yeah.
Yep.
We went there for dinner, and then we went and did the sunset cruise.
Yeah. It's
It
a
was
fun thing.
fun.
And you know what? Even during the day in the summertime, if you have nothing to do and it's a nice day, it's a great little, it's a fun little thing to do. I did it with my mom and Donnie a couple years ago. Just the three of us did it. And it was really nice.
Maybe that's what I'll do for Ethan.
Yeah. Well, don't tell him, he'll be listening.
I'll be honest, I don't think he listens.
Oh.
I know his dad does, so shout out to Bill. Don't tell Ethan. But I think
don't
yeah,
share
maybe,
the secret. Yeah,
yeah.
that would be a fun little take.
Oh, fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Might have to do that. Okay, geography of Plymouth. What do you want to say? So it's in Plymouth County.
Plymouth County. Founded and settled in 1620, incorporated in 1620. The land area is 96.5 square miles.
That is big.
Yeah. So is it like I really don't
Google
have
it.
I don't have a good like perception of area and numbers and math. I'm embarrassed to say, but I mean it does sound big for a town, right?
Yeah.
37.7 square miles water area. Consists of several neighborhoods and geographical sections. Well, you think about like Miles Standish is huge.
Yeah.
And that's Miles Standish State Park. So larger localities in the town include Plymouth Center, North, West, and South Plymouth, Manomet, Cedarville, Saquosh Neck. Plymouth makes up the entire western shore of Cape Cod Bay. It is bordered on land by Bourne to the southeast, Wareham to the southwest, Carver to the west, and Kingston to the north. It also shares a small border with Duxbury at the land entrance of Saquosh Neck. Plymouth's border with Bourne makes up most of the line between Plymouth and Barnstable counties. The town's Atlantic coast is characterized by low plains, while its western sections are extremely hilly and forested. Plymouth contains several small ponds scattered throughout its western quadrant, the largest being Great Herring Pond, which is partly in the town of Bourne. A major feature of the town is Miles Standish State Forest, Catchalot Scout Reservation, operated by the Catchalot District of the Narragansett Council of the Boy Scouts of America, lies adjacent to the state forest lands. There is also a smaller town forest, as well as several parks, recreation areas, and beaches. Plymouth has 9 public beaches, the largest being Plymouth Beach. Plymouth Beach guards Plymouth Harbor and consists mostly of a 3-mile-long, ecologically significant barrier beach. Clark's Island, a small island in Plymouth Bay, is the only island in Plymouth. It is off the coast of Saquosh Neck and has 9 summer houses, but no year-round inhabitants.
I Googled it. It is Plymouth.
Yeah.
Yeah. And including water, it's 134 square miles.
Crazy.
Isn't
Crazy.
that wild?
Yeah. That's why I do love doing this, because we learn this.
1 zip code.
Sometimes that may come up on a Jeopardy question when we could answer it.
We could.
Yeah.
I've been seeing some Jeopardy questions come up on my TikTok, and they've been a little easier the past year. So I think I might be able to go on.
You should do it.
No. They have like this other show now that's like it's like Jeopardy. Well, Colin Jost from SNL hosts it,
Oh,
and
really?
it's like I don't know what kind of Jeopardy it is. It's like an easy Jeopardy, but they're like teams. Like there's like 3 people on each
Oh, so you can
thing.
like
Yeah,
cooperate and
yeah,
strategize.
yeah. You
Yeah,
can
that
phone a
sounds good.
friend and stuff. So, I might have to try out for that.
Mm.
Anything else we want to talk about with the history or any education?
I think we get right into the
That
real
would be a
estate.
pop culture Jeopardy.
Yes, there you go.
Pop
Do
culture
you watch it?
No,
No. No.
no, no. I watch Jeopardy now and then. I don't know. Nothing against Jeopardy and Alex and
What's his
Ken
name?
Jennings.
Ken Jennings, yeah.
But I don't know. I'm more of a Price is Right
Wheel of Fortune, yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Do
I
you-
love Wheel of Fortune.
Do you
I could do some damage on Wheel of Fortune. I need to go on.
do you feel like Jeopardy has gotten a little bit easier?
It may have.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Either that, I'm getting smarter in my old age.
Yeah.
I think you are. I think you are. Yes.
But yes, pop culture. Yeah, that one. When some of those things, because I don't really watch TV, but when it comes up on like on my TikTok, I'm like, that was easy. I could have got. I got that. I'm like, huh, with the pop culture one.
Yeah.
Sometimes with the regular Jeopardy, but yeah, I would say that definitely the Price is Right. Oh my gosh, I haven't seen that in so long.
Me neither.
That was on when I was getting my nails done the last time.
It's also one that you could only watch like if you were sick home from school.
Yeah. And you're like, do,
Yeah.
with the spinning of the wheel.
Oh, wait, hold on. You mean this?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. and then of course
Trying to get to $1.
Yeah, and then of course you've got the Melissa Wallace. Come on down.
Woo!
You're the next contestant on The Price is Right.
Yeah. And then I do $1 more than the person next to me, and I get it.
500, Melissa?
501.
Okay.
Oh gosh, can we just play games the rest of the show? This is fun. Yeah, no, Price is Right and Wheel of Fortune. Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
love Wheel of Fortune.
Love Wheel of Fortune. So I used to watch both of those with my Nana. And then I'd usually fall asleep on the couch after dinner.
There you go.
There you go. But okay, you want to get into your favorite part or what? You wanted to skip over
Yeah,
education and all that stuff.
Oh, well, no, we can talk
Do
about
we talk
education. Education is super important.
Why don't you talk about it so I can go blow my nose?
Okay. Plymouth operates a large school system with an enrollment of over 8,000 students. The Plymouth School District is one of the largest in the state, operating 14 schools. The schools in Plymouth include the Mount Pleasant Preschool, 8 elementary schools, Cold Spring, Federal Furnace, Hedge, Indian Brook, Manomet, Nathaniel Morton, South and West Elementaries, which generally serve students from kindergarten to 5th grade. 2 middle schools that serve grades 5 through 8, Plymouth Community Intermediate School and Plymouth South Middle School, and 2 high schools, Plymouth North and Plymouth South. Both high schools play in the Atlantic Coast League, and the 2 schools share a rivalry with other students who decide to reserve a technical education, have the option of attending either Plymouth South Technical or Plymouth North, which now offers technical students in either engineering or facilities management. There's also a really great charter school in Plymouth that a lot of Rising Tide charter school. And then we have Notable People, which is your favorite. You like that?
Well, just keeping on education for a minute. A lot of the times we do have clients that want to move to certain school districts, and we certainly see that in a lot of different towns, and we have to be sort of what's the word I'm looking for?
Yeah.
Like
we have to be careful.
We have to be careful.
We can't talk about the school system.
We have to be careful. So it's something, if you're looking for a certain school district, do your homework.
And we always refer people to niche.com. You can go on the website and you can you can check out the schools, they're rated, and you can kind of do your own due diligence. You're right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're seeking advice from your realtor about a certain school district, they can give you their experience
Yep.
with it. I know, sometimes when somebody asks Sharon about, Pembroke schools, she can say, well, my daughters went through Pembroke schools, and, now one is very high up in education, higher education, and another one is an attorney.
Mm-hmm.
Those are personal experiences, but,
Yep.
we can't be saying, oh, this one's bad, this one's good,
Yeah.
this one's,
Yeah.
so things like that. Do your homework about it. If
Mm-hmm.
that's something that's really important to you as a buyer, and finding an area where, your children may go to school one day, definitely do your homework.
On the weekends when I do the open houses in West Bridgewater, that's a question that comes up all the time.
Really?
And so I do refer them to niche, but I also say I live in Bridgewater. My children went to Bridgewater school system. But they also, I say we can't talk. We can talk about our own experience.
Yeah.
And part of my experience was my kids all had friends that chose to do school choice and chose to go to West Bridgewater. So I think that says a lot for
Yeah.
the school too. That was our experience that, we looked into that school choice too. So
I don't know
those
what
are
school
all
choice
things.
is.
You can opt to go to a school of your choice.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
From Bridgewater, you can go to West Bridgewater?
From what Bridgewater, you could go to West Bridgewater.
Oh.
Yeah. You can opt to go from town to town.
Oh, I did not know that.
It depends on, I think there's a certain amount of spaces that are allotted, and then once they're done, they're done.
Yeah.
Obviously you would have to transport them back and forth. But yeah.
Wow.
Anyhow.
Anyways.
Yeah. Another interesting
I did not, probably because I don't have children and school systems aren't important to me right now, but interesting. Okay, so notable people. We always talk about notable people from the towns that we talk about. So in Plymouth, we have James Warren. He's the president of the Massachusetts provincial legislature and prominent colonial era politician. What is that name?
Elkanah Watson.
Okay. American Revolution patriot, associate of John Brown. He's a Rhode Island politician and travel literature writer. Aaron Matson, a United States representative from New Hampshire, born in Plymouth. Thomas Davey is United States representative from Maine, born in Plymouth. Oliver Ames Jr., railroad official, former resident of Plymouth. Who else? Let's go through this list. Yeah, there's a lot. Beatrice Roberts, who was a film actress. Oh gosh,
David Chokachi, who was on Baywatch.
Ken Coleman, he was a sportscaster. He passed away in Plymouth. Actually, that was an interesting fact that they stuck in here. Nancy Darsh is a WNBA coach, native of Plymouth. Let's see. Mike Remlinger, Major League Baseball pitcher, grew up in Plymouth. Chris Alberghini. Is that how you say it? Did I pronounce it wrong? You're laughing at me.
Chris Alberghini. No, I'm laughing at something else.
Television producer, writer, born in Plymouth. Yeah. What are you laughing at?
Amy Lynn Baxter.
Amy Lynn Baxter? Oh, I don't know why somebody put that in there. Do not look that up.
No offense to Amy Lynn. Listen. Yeah.
Sorry.
Did
you say David?
David Chokachi. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He was on Baywatch. Yeah.
Dave Farrell, bassist with Linkin Park. He was born in Plymouth.
That is so interesting.
Chris Rabe is a television personality. He was on Viva La Bam. Can you say the J word on? Yeah, maybe like a donkey.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
that show.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
Yes.
I don't know if you could say it on
Jackass.
Yes, not Jackass.
That's the name of the show. We're not
calling yeah. So did so many people. I mean, we have an entire list. You can't even get. Professional Henry Pickard, professional golfer. He won the Masters tournament.
Wow.
There's a lot of there's a preacher, trombonist, comedian, activist. So it's lots of people coming out of Plymouth. lot of
Plymouth's
people
a
in
great
history.
town. I came out of Plymouth.
You
So,
did?
Yes, I did. Born and
Oh,
raised.
okay. So why don't we ask you, what
Oh,
is
boy.
your favorite thing about Plymouth? What was your favorite thing about growing up in Plymouth, being there as an adult? Where do you love to eat?
Well,
We want to
actually,
hear all about it.
I haven't lived in Plymouth for about 20 years now because I've been with my partner. We lived on the Cape. Now we're in Stoughton. But growing up there, as you said, the school system, excellent school system. I went to Federal Furnace
Mm.
and then went to Plymouth North. And terrific school. I'm so happy for the students who have the new building now because I was in the
Yeah.
old building.
Yeah.
It was all right, but it was showing its age. I graduated 2001, but great school system, and also there at that time Plymouth has grown so much since then. But there were different parts of Plymouth. Like you get downtown, it was rowdy. I grew up in West Plymouth near the airport, and it was quieter, and you
Oh,
had
really?
like it wasn't all town. It was a little country too, and it's really nice and great local restaurants to eat at. Of course, the waterfront, always a great place to
Yeah.
go. As you said, the beaches. I was a big fan of Morton Pond.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if you know where that is. Billington Sea's down there too, I think. When camping out on, I think it's Billington Island, whatever, with my Boy Scout troop, and I just and camping summer camp with Boy Scout Troop 47 and Camp Squano, and it's great
Yeah.
time all around.
Yeah. When you were talking, I was just thinking like Plymouth is a lifestyle.
Yeah.
It's very much you can live there, but also vacation there
Yep.
and just spend quality time there. So it's definitely, I would say definitely a lifestyle if you like the outdoors.
And that waterfront area has become so revitalized
Yeah.
in the past couple of years. It's just unbelievable.
Yeah. I do want to talk about the waterfront area. Is there any particular restaurant you like to frequent, or I know you haven't lived there in a while, but do you go to Plymouth at all?
Yeah. Geez. Oh, let's see. Well, I always loved Isaac's. And it's
Yeah.
been redone. We were there for the Christmas party, and wow, what a space up there. That was always a good place to go. Geez.
We're
So
putting you on the spot.
I know. Yeah. Of course, Mamma Mia's. Can't forget them.
Yeah.
We love Mamma Mia's.
Yes.
And we love sitting out in that little patio, like the little deck up top. That's kind of our favorite spot. We just get pizza. We love their pizza.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Village Landing with Peaceful Meadows ice cream in there. Can't go wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, just
Like I
lots of
said,
great
it's
places.
definitely a lifestyle. You want to enjoy the outdoors, go to Plymouth.
Yeah, Ava and all her friends love salt. That's kind of their go-to. If they have a friend, she was actually just there, I think, last week. One of their friends' birthday. They go there a lot.
Very nice.
Mm-hmm.
Very nice.
Of course, you can't forget the Lobster Hut, Cabbie Shack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lots of good places.
We love it there. We love it there. So we'll just transition to the food and businesses that we like to frequent. So even the last show that we did, East Bay Grill is a great place to go. If you're going outside, you can sit outside right by the water. Cabbie Shack. There's of course Peaceful Meadows, Plymouth Bay Winery, Mamma Mia's, Salt. There is what other? We said Tavern in the Wharf. Hold on, I have to go on Facebook because Mary responded and said something. Hold please. She said Cork and Table on Main Street just expanded their space and it's so yummy. I have not made my way there. Have you?
No. We also love Martinis.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Martinis is great. And I just realized this. They just bought the old McWiggins patio in Whitman.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, we love Martinis. That's a great little place.
Oh, so I might have to check it out there and then go down to Plymouth. And then Donna Bagney, who is a full-time realtor here at Boston Connect Real Estate as well. She said the waterfront offers so much to do. Walk to the Jenny Grist Mill.
And wait, doesn't Donna's niece own a restaurant there?
Yeah. see a replica of the Mayflower. The Plymouth Rock is small and what is left of it, but still historical. East Bay is an awesome spot, as well as the Cabbie Shack. Outside dining is the best.
Mhm.
So the thing is that you can easily park your car and walk to all these places, and you can sort of go from one place to the next.
Oh, yeah.
So you can get a cocktail here, you can get an appetizer here, you can get dinner here or lunch, you can get dessert here, you can grab an ice cream, you
Yep.
can go down and see the rock. There's so many things to do right
And
there
one
on the
beautiful
waterfront.
thing, sorry, I don't mean to interrupt.
Yeah, please
But
do.
parking at the Jenny Grist Mill is FREEE.
I
Yeah.
know.
And then you got that nice walk under the streets and everything out to
Yeah.
the waterfront through Brewster Gardens.
Yeah.
Yes, that's where I usually park.
Yeah.
It's
Yep.
right there. Either that or there's a parking lot across the street from East Bay Grill that you
Yes.
could just
Yeah.
pay. I mean, you have to pay for it, but it's easy and convenient. But yeah, by the grist mill, it's free parking right there.
Yep.
So, and I usually park there because, and we'll get into it, or I'll just say it now. On Wednesdays in the summer, they do a free concert right at the waterfront, right there,
Yep.
right beyond. I forgot what that little grassed area is called. It might be in my notes, but right by the Plymouth Rock, they have this area where they'll do a free concert
Yep.
on Wednesdays. And if you go to the Plymouth's website, they have a list of everybody who's going to be performing each Wednesday. And it's a fun thing to do. I mean, it gets really busy down there.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I usually park at the gristmill and walk down, and you can bring chairs. And I ran into Christine Fisk there
Yeah.
one
She loves it.
time.
She goes there a
Yeah,
lot.
she goes there, and it's just a fun thing to do. It's super fun. I have to connect with my friend Karen because there is there's like this concert hall type
I was just
thing here
I was just typing it.
oh no
In Plymouth?
no
Oh.
here in Pembroke, and she's seen this Booty Vortex.
Oh, we saw them.
They're going to
Yeah,
be
yeah,
there
yeah.
on a Wednesday this summer, so
Oh,
I'm going to
stop
ask her
it.
if she wants to go.
We saw them a couple at Soundcheck Studios.
Yes,
Yeah,
Soundcheck.
yeah.
Yeah. So she's been trying to get me to go. She also did like this sunset cruise thing, and Booty Vortex was on there. She's like, you would love them. And so now when I was researching this yesterday, I was like, oh, they're going to be in Plymouth. I have to go.
Well, we were at the beach yesterday with our friends that we usually go to at least one concert with, and we were looking, and I pulled up Plymouth Memorial Auditorium to see what they have. I've never seen a show there, but I know they have some really great acts,
people, performances, performers.
Yeah,
they have a lot of great people. I'm sure they do. Yeah, no, that sounds, that I would want to go to a concert in both of those. And who doesn't love a free concert? I mean,
excuse me. We have breaking news. We have a phone call from Tracy on a correction. I have some sad news. Peaceful Meadows is not open anymore in Plymouth. Tracy, good morning. You're on with Michelle and the gang on Talk Real Estate Roundtable.
Good morning. How are you? Happy Saturday.
Happy Saturday.
Yeah. When I keep so I live in Plymouth, and you mentioned Peaceful Meadows, which I love.
Oh no, is it not open?
No, it's not. It's another ice cream shop. I just don't know the name, but I still call it Peaceful Meadows.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, that's so funny. I know. What is it called? I know this. Well, because Peaceful Meadows is now is now Hornstra.
Yeah, is it now? Oh, yeah, because that's what it is in Whitman, right?
Yeah.
Oh no.
And there, you're right. There was a PMADS in Middleborough as well, and now that's Tom and Jimmy's.
Oh.
So I wonder if a little local. You know what I love too for ice cream is Ziggy's.
Yeah, that's a good
spot.
spot.
Did we lose Tracy?
Did we lose you, Tracy?
Oh no, I wanted to ask her what she loves about Plymouth. Tracy, if you're still listening, call us back. We want to hear what you love most about living in Plymouth.
No, Tracy hung up.
Oh no.
Oh, Tracy.
Tracy,
call
come
us
back. Come back.
One thing I do want to talk about.
No,
So
I should have realized that because it's not open anywhere else than they were. So,
that's
but
all
go
right.
ahead.
It's like saying Great Woods.
I think it's called Bees Ice Cream.
The
Bees
Tweeter
Homemade
Center.
Ice Cream.
Oh, Bees ice cream.
Oh,
Cute.
Bees ice cream. Cute. Go ahead.
So I do a lot with Christine Fisk from Harbor One Mortgage and Chris Noth from Moody and Noth, who is in Plymouth as well. So every time I have a closing, I try to get down there a little earlier, maybe get a coffee, walk around. So a couple of weeks ago, I ended up at Sprezzatura, which is the cutest little boutique shop. It's kind of like a consignment store and a consignment shop, but it's like get this vintage vibe, and I'm gonna
love a
post pictures. Oh,
consignment
it's
store.
I could not get over it. I took a ton of pictures. I got a super cute skirt, but it was so cute. And I got some bracelets. They had some really cute, like little unique bracelets, and I love shopping in Plymouth.
Yeah, I know. And it's not just stuff that like touristy.
No.
It's very much like if you love coastal,
Yep.
if you love consignment.
Mhm.
I mean, it's a really great area, and Plymouth is beyond just the waterfront.
Yeah.
It is.
Well, you have Colony Place, and then you have
You
the
have what,
shops at
96?
5.
You have 96 square miles.
Yeah, yeah,
So
it's crazy.
it is. Some other landmarks that I want to sort of pinpoint: a Plymouth Plantation. I know had gone there when I was a kid with my school. I don't know if they still do that. They have schools go to Plymouth Plantation. I know you can have Thanksgiving dinner there as well.
Is it? Do we still call it Plymouth Plantation, or is it Patuxent? What do we call it?
Yeah, it's called Plymouth Patuxent Museum now.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. See,
Yeah.
it's both of them are on my list.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yep.
Okay, so no more Plymouth Plantation, Plymouth Patuxent Museum, Plymouth Rock, obviously, the Mayflower, Gristmill, Waterfront, Plymouth Cordage Company Museum, and also has a cinema. So Plymouth Patuxent Museum Cinema is on my list here too. Parks and walking trails. There's Nelson Memorial Park, Brewster Gardens, Ellisville Harbor State Park, Miles Standish State Forest, Stevensfield Park, Halfway Pond Conservation Area, Plymouth Beach and Long Beach, Nelson Memorial Beach Park, Plymouth Jetty as well. So let's get into some of the events that they do. So we talked about the free summer concerts. So they're every Wednesday. I think they're from like 6:30 to like 9:30. And it's at the Pilgrim Memorial State Park. So that's what that area is called right there. And they have benches right there. You can watch all of the boats.
Typically, you get a really nice sunset there too.
I've usually gone to, oh my gosh, what is that? Surfside Smokehouse right there. I've gone to dinner there a couple times before those free concerts. So, and you can see the area from if you're sitting outside at Surfside Smokehouse. But they do a Thanksgiving parade, so it's held the Saturday before Thanksgiving.
I think they have a good turkey trot too.
Yes, they do.
Not that I would ever do a turkey trot.
They do whale watching cruises, Plymouth ghost tours you could do. So 4th of July, they have a very big all-day event going on at 4th of July. So I'll read this. Each year, Plymouth hosts an unforgettable Independence Day celebration, drawing visitors from far and wide to America's hometown. The morning begins bright and early with a special 5K road race, followed by the annual 4th of July parade throughout historic downtown Plymouth. The day includes food trucks on the Plymouth waterfront, a free seaside concert by the beloved Plymouth Philharmonic Orchestra, and culminates a huge fireworks display over Plymouth Harbor. So this year at 7:30 a.m. is the annual 4th of July 5K, start and finish on Water Street in front of Brewster Gardens. Then at 9 a.m., Plymouth 4th of July Parade. So that goes from Cordage Park, so 10 Cordage Park Circle, and it says, please plan to park in the area you wish to watch the parade. So food trucks will be on the waterfront from the time the parade begins until the conclusion of the fireworks. So all day, pretty
Nice.
much. Novelty items as well as popcorn, cotton candy will also be available throughout the day and evening from roaming vendors. At 7:30 at Pilgrim Memorial State Park, the Plymouth Philharmonic Orchestra will be performing. They say to arrive at least an hour before the concert begins, so you can find a parking spot as well. Um, let's see what else. And then at 9:15 or dusk at the Pilgrim State Memorial Park, there are fireworks. So there's several viewing spots available throughout town, in addition to the Pilgrim Memorial State Park, including Burial Hill and Nelson Park. So I have done the 4th of July fireworks in Plymouth. It's awesome. It is an all day event. There are so many things to do there all day. Where do you usually watch your fireworks for 4th of July?
Last year we were in Marshfield, but the 2 years before that we were in Nantucket. We're going to be in Nantucket this year too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Sharon watches the fireworks in Edgartown. She says that there's just nothing like it.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
But growing up, we always were in Plymouth. When I was younger, we went to Manomet.
Yeah. Other things that Plymouth does, Halloween on Main Street. So in October, they do a trick or treat walk throughout downtown Plymouth. The event starts at Plymouth Memorial Hall. Families visits over 75 participating local merchants. I love that. I just love Halloween. You can go trick or treating on Main Street. The Plymouth Waterfront Festival, I believe it's going to be August 23rd this year. So each summer in August, the PACC holds its Plymouth Waterfront Festival throughout Plymouth's waterfront. Festival events include annual duck race, live entertainment, arts and crafts show, local nonprofits, and annual Motorheads cruise in car show. Every year they do an annual Christmas tree lighting and celebration, and then the Rods and Rebels car group. So that's a weekly car show meetup every Sunday from April to about mid-November. And it's usually in the East Bay Grill parking lot. But again, all of this information can be found on Plymouth's actual website. They have an events calendar, and it is jam-packed. Like almost every single day I saw like, oh, Pilates at the library or
That's
something.
awesome.
Like
Yeah.
there was just so many different things that you can be doing every single day. And a lot of these things are free.
And I think that is why a lot of people, like I said, I'm 54. So a lot of my demographic, that's where they want to be close to the water, close to some great restaurants, be able to walk and, take advantage of that community, like you were saying. I think that's what's appealing about it.
Yeah. My mom texted and said, we used to live right around the corner from Cordage Park.
Oh, yeah.
I have no recollection.
My aunt used to own a flower shop in Cordage Park.
Oh,
yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that.
All right. So we need to get into the real estate.
Yeah, with 5 minutes left.
Mhm.
And okay, so this is a real estate show. We do help people buy and sell real estate, and sort of that's
I currently
why.
have something under agreement in Plymouth.
Oh, you
that's
do?
set to close next week.
Oh,
Yep.
fantastic.
Yep. Right. Right across from Pecoy Brook. No, that's in Lakeville. Where's the golf course that I told Ethan to go to in Plymouth?
Oh, that we went for his birthday. With something.
I'm telling you, my brain. I need to start doing some memory puzzles or something. That is terrible.
Oh my gosh.
Anyway, right next to Miles Standish, great little area, and there's a fantastic. Every time that the name of that golf course escapes me, and I have to ask Brian, and he tells me Waverly Oaks.
Waverly Oaks. Yeah.
Yep. So that's closing.
Is that where we went?
Did you go to Waverly Oaks?
No, we went to something. I don't remember where we went.
In Plymouth?
Yeah. I don't remember.
Yeah.
But
So so we were talking about how many active listings there are in Plymouth right now.
Yeah. And I just did single families because the numbers were so high. So total active listings for single family homes in Plymouth is 125.
That's crazy.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Last year when we did this show, I think there were, oh gosh,
2?
Where was it? Yeah, I know, right? There was 73.
Oh
no. 43.
Yeah.
43.
Yeah.
And now there's 125.
We're seeing a little shift in that market.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I like to, because I have that 55 plus demographic, I like to talk about the communities that are in 55 and the 55 plus communities in these towns that we're highlighting. In Plymouth, a few of them are, of course, the Pine Hills, which everybody knows, Redbrook, which is a fantastic little community too, Sawyer's Reach, Great Island. There's another cute little community called Blissful Meadows, I think it is. I've had some clients look in there. Cute, but any of those, and they range from that all-in community to, just a little 55 plus where you just kind of are in that, age appropriate, age restricted.
Yeah.
And that's kind of where a lot of people are going.
I also want to give a shout out to Marabou because what a great place to be. They got a great spa.
They really
do. Mary and I took Sharon for her birthday. We did a spa day there, and they essentially had to kick us out. We were there for so long.
Next time you have to stay over.
Yeah, I know.
Next time you stay over and you book. Me and a couple of my girlfriends went a couple years ago, and we ended up doing. And actually, Brian and I went. And there's nothing better than getting a facial at like 8:00 at night after a great dinner.
Really?
And then you go home and you get in your robe. You go back in that room and you just go to sleep. Talk about getting rejuvened and
final
refreshed.
Thoughts with Plymouth before you give your contact information out again.
Plymouth is a great town, whether you are, a young professional. There's some great condos right down in that waterfront area that we were just talking about. Or if you're starting a family, if you're 55 plus, there's something for everybody in that great little America's hometown.
Yeah.
Great restaurants, great shopping, great everything.
Yeah. We truly do love it. And I am going to get there. I'm going to get Ethan to go down there. I feel a sneeze coming on. So give your contact information out to everybody if they want to explore Plymouth with you.
You got it. Again, my name is Kristen Howlett. I'm a full-time realtor here at Boston Connect Real Estate. My phone number is 617-448-4896. Email Kristen@bostonconnect.com, or you can just pop into the office here at 19 Mattakesett Street in Pembroke. We'd love to see you.
Yeah. Again, you can go to bostonconnect.com to find all of our contact information. And we would love to explore any town. If you want us to highlight your community, reach out to us. You can call us 781-826-8000. Go to bostonconnect.com, find out all of our contact information, and we'd love to hear from you.
And more important, go out and enjoy this beautiful Saturday.
I know, it's finally not raining.
It's been 13 weeks.
Thank you so much for listening, everybody. Bye, Tim.
Bye.
Bye.
It's a neighborly day in this beauty wood, a neighborly day for a beauty. Would you be mine?